I am in a very, very pleasant location, which we found just by accident, to be honest, at the end of the Merkez Park, which is the central park in one of the biggest Turkish cities named Adana. I'll show you very shortly. This is where we had our tea, just here. This is what's left of my tea, so it's empty, but it was a very good decision to have it. And there is this very green and very small yard here. Hello, Arun, nice to see you. Which is also, like I said, at one end of one of the biggest parks here in Adana city, to be more precise. But it is also on the banks of the river, which has been the source of life for this city for many, many centuries, and not only centuries, but millennia. You see how beautifully those tables are located. This is our host. How beautifully those tables are located just here in the garden, and it's very easy to move them around to stay in the shadows. This is exactly what we did actually, coming here to check the signal before our tour, and we just grabbed a table and sat by. This is my constant companion there. Hello. We go like Mania and Lubo. Mania the tourist and Lubo, or Mania and Lubo the tourists. It goes anyway. He's like I usually say, my most voluntary assistant when I travel around, but voluntary or forcefully, there he is. So Adana city, which I was telling you about, it is not very tourist, to be honest. Actually, most of the people, when traveling, just skip it because, like I said, it's not popular, it's not promoted very much as a tourist city. Although, at the end of our meeting today, I'll show you just one part of the attempts of the local people and local administration to change this. Adana is now about 2 million people population. It is one of the biggest cities, and it is located very close to the Mediterranean coast. So we are here in southern Turkey, and you start to see the Sheikhan River. I used to play a bit with the name of the river in my head because you probably know the story of Mowgli and the Jungle Book. Yeah, I think you do. See how the light changes. That's so very interesting. There are a lot of hotels, by the way, which are mostly business hotels, as we were told. It's very strange how the light changes, by the way. Okay, so you'll be able to see it with different lights. And you know that in the Jungle Book, Sheikhan was the name of the big bad tiger who wanted to be king of the jungle, just wasn't very kingish, wasn't very good as a king. So, like I said, I have been playing with the idea of this river's name all day long today. This is our first day here, by the way. We traveled a lot to get here. It's 2 days from my town, from Blagoevgrad, to come to Adana, but it's very worth it. Like you see, it's a very good, a very sunny day. It's the first day like this. They also had here a very longish period of lack of sunshine and not so very good temperatures. We'll walk by the river a bit. There are a lot of people selling things around. We can hear them as well. Now, this river, the Sheikhan River, it flows into this direction. There are a number of bridges. Some of them are more famous than others. I'm not sure this one is that you see, but it flows into this direction and it goes into the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean is only 25 kilometers in roughly this direction, somewhere there. But as interesting as it may seem, this city, which is not on the Mediterranean, has been on this very spot because of the river, of course, for 8,000 years already. Can you imagine this? 8,000 years is quite a lot. Sometimes we humans have difficulties to imagine it, even, to be honest. Си, Муца, виж как се сменя светлината сега. Виж, в момента се смени, сега промъркна. I'm discussing because this is a new phone that we have, and it's some feature of the camera that the light changes like this. I'll have to explore it. Hi, Mark and Sue and Carla. Welcome to Adana in Turkey, a town of 2 million, like I was saying, and a town of 8,000 years of history, and a very interesting history it is. This morning we spent in the Archaeological Museum of Adana. Jeff, you'll go to Tarsus in September. Yes, Tarsus is very close by. By the way, probably you'll fly, Jeff. Huh? I suppose you'll fly. Tanya and Beata, welcome. But we didn't fly because we wanted to come by car. I love the feeling of traveling by car. Of course, I can afford it from Bulgaria to Turkey because we are the closest neighbors can be. Like we share a common border, which is not very um, close to this place, but however, a common border it is. So it's easy for me to say, but if you fly, probably you'll come to Adana or to Tarsus. I think there is an international airport there. You'll fly to Istanbul. You'll come by ship. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. You'll have excellent time, I'm sure. We came by Istanbul. Now, just my assistant here is telling me that I should probably tell you that you are seeing now the Merkez Park, the biggest central park of Adana. It goes a long way down the river. Let's go a bit further. И след това ще обърнем там по някои от алейките да се върнем. I'm not sure it's allowed for cars, but there are few. It is Saturday afternoon here. It's close to 6:30 p.m. already. Okay. Mark is asking, will we go to Cappadocia? Not this time, Mark. We went to Cappadocia the last year because there are so many wonders here to be seen. And by here, I mean Turkey and all these lands around, the nearest, the Balkans too, by the way, to mark it a bit my own place. But there are so many wonders that you need months, and we never have enough time, we never have these months, to be honest, to go around. So we did Cappadocia previous year, and about Cappadocia I am doing actually these travel bloggers from home editions. I showed the Ahlara Valley already, and I'm planning to show more of it, but from home. Hi Rene and Punkita and Obi. Hello, hello, guys. We are in Adana for the newcomers, one of the biggest Turkish towns very close to the Mediterranean coast. And this is just again for the newcomers, the Sheikhan River, which flows to your right now, to where I'm moving the camera, toward the Mediterranean. Did I say it's 25 kilometers from here? I probably did several times. And I was telling the story of it, that it has been here for 8,000 years. There is a huge prehistoric Paleolithical culture. Hello, hello. And if you guys have a chance to come around, I highly recommend the Archaeological Museum. Filming is not allowed there. That's why I didn't plan and include it in our meetings. But do visit if you have the opportunity. It is one of the best archaeological museums that I have seen around. It is located in a former factory, renovated beautifully, beautifully renovated. So it's totally, totally worth it. I'll just go around like this for you to see some more of the park. The sun is very low now and it's against us, so I'll try to avoid it and not blind you. You see, there are the alleys here for the people. There are a lot of people sitting in the grass, like you see, enjoying the nice weather since it is Saturday. And like I was saying, the weather has gone from not very good to this pleasant weather only recently. I agree, Obi. It is beautiful, and I'm so sorry that our technology does not yet, I hope, allow me to send you some aromas, because the acacia trees are all in bloom and the the aroma is fantastic. It's just fantastic. Aaron, you're so observant. That's where we are going. I'm taking you there slowly to the one of the biggest attractions here in Adana. I said in the beginning, but I'll repeat for those of you who joined later, that Adana is not a very tourist city, although they are trying. The archaeological museum I mentioned, and not a spoiler, and we're going there anyway. So actually, you're helping. Thank you a lot. The archaeological museum, they opened in 2017 in this old factory, like I said, beautifully renovated, and a really good museum, plus English, very important, English science. You know, guys, how important this is. This is not the Blue Mosque, Kobe. The Blue Mosque is in Istanbul, and we are in Adana. Adana is 12 hours. No, yeah,
12 hours.
12 hours from Istanbul, which is like far away from us right now. But it is another beautiful one, and I'll tell you more about it while we walk to see it. There you'll see more of the park. And around I'll turn again very shortly, but we'll go around the mosque. I'm trying to walk slowly, not to shake you. And plus the new phone. I was speaking about the archaeological museum, some minarets, 6 of them. 6 of them because this is the second biggest mosque in Turkey, actually. The biggest one is in Istanbul, of course. Where else? But this is the second biggest, and it was the biggest for quite a number of years. I'll tell you a bit more about its history very shortly, but I want to finish about the archaeological museum and the efforts of local people to try and change this idea that Adana is not a tourist city, because their plan is to have a whole museum island. Uh, I imagine it's something like the Berlin Museum Island. Probably not a good, like the Berlin Museum Island is something very good, but the people here are very ambitious, so they might surprise us with something very good. We saw today they were working. They will add to the archaeological museum more museums, including art museums, etc., etc. So this is part of their plan to change the situation of Adana not being a tourist city. Oh, there is a blooming acacia around. So sorry I can't send you the aroma, really. And this mosque here, now you see all 6 minarets. This mosque here is also part of their plans. Hello, Sam from Bath or Bristol. So also part of the plans to become a tourist attraction. So to give people something, to give people, how shall I say, a good reason to visit Adana. The orange trees are also, you see, there they are.
Blooming and
Yes, there are some oranges already here. By the way, it's a very special time in this time of the year now, both here and in Bulgaria. I was able to travel here. Hi, Lamia, Karis, and Patricia. We were able, actually, not I, my husband and I, we were able to travel here for 2 weeks because we have Easter holidays. Yeah, you see the orange trees are also in blossom. Oh, the aroma is fantastic. Whew, sorry, I'm teasing you. I don't mean to, but it's so good, to be honest. So today we have the Saturday before Easter. In Bulgaria, tomorrow is Easter, Easter, like the Sunday. And here it is the month of Ramadan. Probably you know about Ramadan. It's a very special month for the Muslims, Turkey being a Muslim country. In the evening, it's a big fiesta after dark, because it is when people are. Thank you, Beata. Thank you a lot. I have a question I've missed from Carla. Sorry. What city? Okay, Carla, I live in Blagoevgrad, Bulgaria, but we are currently in Adana, which is one of the biggest cities in Turkey, because I am road tripping just now. So here we are in Adana in Turkey, and we'll be taking a route to visit more of the cities around, plus some ancient sites I'll try to share with you. on the way. So once again, I may invite you to follow my channel if you haven't done so, so that you are in line with the timings that I announce. Uh, we'll have a peek very, very discreetly because it's like here are some happy people sitting here in the grass around playing. It's the Children's Day here in Turkey today, by the way, as well. Not only a day of the Ramadan month. We'll be actually here in Turkey for the end of the Ramadan month, the Ramadan Bayram, and the biggest festivities. It's on the 2nd and 3rd of May. We'll be touring until the 7th of May. So happy about this. The second biggest mosque in Turkey is in our view now, almost. It's a beautiful one. It has been designed to resemble another very famous mosque, which is in Edirne, town that's very, very close to the border with Bulgaria, by the way, really like some minutes from the border. Also a very big mosque, but not so big. So it was designed to look like it, but to be bigger. And it was relatively new. It was built in 1998 as at the time the biggest mosque in Turkey. I'll just cross by because if I turn now the camera towards the mosque, it will be against the sun. So we'll step in the grass, which we saw is allowed here, and we'll walk a bit around the mosque so that you can see there are like more people enjoying the weather here. More of the river for you. Just there. Aaron is asking, are we traveling further in Turkey? We are leaving Adana tomorrow morning, Aaron. We'll have a visit to several fortresses, I hope, because, ooh, sorry, like I said, I'm new to the gimbal yet. It moves very, very fast, this one, unlike my older. So we'll be visiting some fortresses, I hope, that will be open tomorrow. It will be 32 or 34 degrees Celsius, they say. So if we climb mountains tomorrow, yeah, hills for the fortresses, we'll see how it goes. But then we'll go to Gaziantep, which is another very interesting city in Turkey, and more. So if you keep following my channel, you'll be seeing the timings for the trip. Thank you, thank you. You see now more of the mosque. Let's go closer. I was saying that in 1998, they built it as the biggest mosque in Turkey at the time, back then. Bigger than the Blue Mosque in Istanbul, bigger than Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. It was the biggest one. It has a big library. Ah, we have here a friend. Sorry, can't help it. Hello, hello. Muti. I miss our dog. We left her at home for 2 weeks. Okay. So it has a library, I was saying, and it has classrooms inside, not only for children but for adults as well, so that people learn the Quran and some wisdom for their life. Beata, Mersin is very close. Yes, we'll go to Mersin too. Actually, we'll be staying in Mersin on the 2nd of May when the end of the Ramadan month will be. So I'm looking actually forward to it. We'll go a bit further towards the river now, there, and just going around the mosque so that you can see that it's beautiful. It's made of local stone, which is usually the clever thing to do. There are the other minarets too. You see them here. Will I make a tour in Mersin? I might. I'm just rechecking the timings because I said in the beginning of the tour, but maybe some of you missed it. We were supposed to be now. Okay, but I'll try. I would actually love to have tours everywhere. Just there is this problem with the signal beforehand because I need to announce the tours like a bit earlier, and I can't check the signal that earlier, but I'll try. I have some plans to share more things with you. So I was saying that Окей. Аз мислех да отидем до реката, защото имаме всъщност 7 минути. Okay, guys, now it's your turn. Would you like for us to go around the mosque and see the front entrance? Or shall we stay here in the shadow and go back to the river? Tell me, what would you like? Tell me. Front entrance, okay. Aaron was first, mosque, okay. 2 votes for the mosque, so we're going around. Let's see the entrance. Okay, going for the entrance. It's beautiful, by the way. We started there before. See the mosque. Okay, going there. It's a big one, like you see. There's the fence, that will go around, but we also go inside. I haven't been inside because there was some event. I didn't ask, to be honest, when we were coming just before the tour and before we had the tea. You can see some more of the park as well here. It's big one in this direction, and you see the blocks of flats. They're building a lot here in this area, new blocks of flats. For many new families, they have very high birth rate here. A place that has a good birth rate, right? In Europe, I think we all have low birth rates. What I was saying about the mosque. I had something in mind, but sometimes I switch because I see something and decide to tell you more about it. Okay, let's have a look at the mosque while we walk around from this angle.
Cake.
Like a cake, yes. Actually, to be honest, sometimes, true, I see not only mosques but churches too, like sweets, like cakes, like pieces of culinary. I remember being to Romania and to a place with a very interesting name, Curtea de Argeș. Very interesting, very tongue-bending name, where there is a church, Eastern Orthodox Church, which looks like made of sugar, white and crystally, and deliciously looking. Okay. About the mosque. In 1998, when they were planning and building it, I'm just showing you the park because we are walking against the sun. We'll switch now towards the main gate very shortly, and I'll turn the camera back. In which country, Beata? Sorry, you were about the church I mentioned in Curtea de Argeș. Yes, it is Romania. Romania, Northern Balkan Peninsula. They have these funny trains here. See, with quite a lot of people in this Ramadan Saturday afternoon. Really very pleasant, actually. Okay, I'll turn around because we'll continue. Continue around the mosque. It's quite big. Once again, we see that. And I have been starting to tell several times, before get distracted, that they wanted not only it to be the biggest one at the time, but also they wanted it to be one of the most beautiful. That's why they made it to resemble the mosque in Edirne, because it is considered one of the most beautiful mosques in Turkey. It's also very big, but smaller than this one. Still, this is the side entrance, not the front yet. We'll go to the front. But let us, не знам дали, обаче, sorry, it's a bit, I'm trying to, it's better. Беше на една страна. There it is. I like very much these inscriptions. Yes, they are quotations from the Quran. Let's walk in the yard and go through the front entrance. We have 3 more minutes. I think we'll manage. Hans from Bavaria, hello. Beata, she's in Turkey. Ah, okay. there's the there's the mosque for you. Beautiful, huh? Yes, yes. Beautiful. Okay, and go around. There you see actually the front entrance. They have a fountain. There you see it in this point. We'll have a last look there before we end our meeting today. Jeff, you visited Veliko Turnovo, probably in Bulgaria. Ruse, yes. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I know.
Very
Uh,
good trip.
yes, we we lived in Ruse for 2 years because my husband was working there, and Veliko Turnovo is the previous Bulgarian capital before Sofia. Thank you for the support, William. So Veliko Turnovo is still very, very dear to every Bulgarian. You can be sure of this. Uh, and I might also make tours there. Yeah, there we are. Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. There is the face of the mosque here. It is very beautiful. I want to try something now, if you allow me, because I should be able with this new gimbal. Yes! Just let me. Whoop! Haha! There we go. Ah, finally, my previous gimbal didn't do this. I'm so happy, like a small child. Okay, and there we'll go a little closer and I'll turn you to the fountain as well. Your guide has a new toy. We all children, huh? Uh, this mosque, Barbara, sorry, this mosque financed by a Sephardic Jewish family. Ah, I didn't know that. Actually, I am traveling now and I am learning as I go, to be honest, because, let's try from here. Aha, there we go. Again, I'm learning as I go. I'm reading a lot while we travel, and I admire many things I see. But Barbara, you may be right as well. I think I read somewhere now that you mentioned it that the park and especially the mosque is on the place of a former Jewish cemetery. Aha, there is another feature of my gimbal. No, it's not. Okay, sorry. Thank you for the support, Jeff. This is the fountain, the usual fountain that Muslims use to cleanse themselves before they go for prayer. And yeah, this is most of our time is over. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. See what my gimbal does. Sorry. Okay. I'll give you a headache. Thank you, Carla, for the support. Nice to see you all, guys, to be honest. And there we are, some of the trees. We'll go, actually, if you're not in a hurry, we'll go through the main entrance for our last look. Beautiful tree, everything is in blossom here in Turkey. Hi, Lisa. No matter, I will be most likely having a tour in Gaziantep in 2 days, not in Adana anymore, because we are traveling, we are road tripping, and that's a very good thing, finally. But I will schedule a tour in Gaziantep because we'll have 2 days there. And Ovi, yes, we are all happy to see you, by the way. Now I'll walk backwards so that, there's the main entrance, and we'll end there. Uh, Aaron is saying something. Let me read regarding scheduling. You expect all these trips under the same title? Yes, yes, exactly, Aaron. I will be changing the locations. If you noticed, I was saying Adana as a location. Now I will change it to Gaziantep, but it will be under the same title, and I will also announce in the Facebook group. There is a bit more of the park for you. with a lot of flowers. This is the uh, southern end of the park with the mosque. So definitely. Okay, just reading the comments. And since we are late, I'm just switching towards the main entrance. As you can see, the main entrance is actually not as impressive as the side entrance that we used, to be honest. But from here, you see some of the minarets. Thank you for the support, Hans. Much appreciated. And I'll switch in this point.